RH factor is bomb. All right, I'm about to jump straight into it because I'm a little bit tired and I kind of just want to get all of this out and get it done. Um, Hello, if you're just joining, I am Shawnee. Welcome to the Shawnee Show with 11 Moons. Um, Tonight we are going to be going over the Astro Teas for the week. I'm also going to be doing a collective Scorpio new moon reading, and I'm going to be talking about the 1111 portal as well. So that is our agenda. Um, our new moon in Scorpio is on the 15th. So here in the next few days, we have that coming up. Definitely make sure that you tap in with those energies. Um, okay, so let's start with the fact that the sun is still in Scorpio. The sun in Scorpio really illuminates transformation and emotional redemption in our lives. We are being asked to do an emotional review and an emotional cleansing during this season of Scorpio. So you're going to be feeling pushed to face your hidden demons. Hey, you're definitely going to be feeling like you need to kind of comb through those subconscious resentments and feelings of vengefulness and things that you have not yet forgiven. Um, and also, truths are being revealed at this time, and you're going to be asked to reckon with those certain truths. So, um, that is going to be a very intense energy. It is an intense energy because it's been around for a while. Mercury has just also moved to Scorpio. So, again, with this probing, intense, investigative communications, we're seeking truth and transformation in our interpersonal relationships and through our communications with this energy. You know, we want to be observant, we're more introspective, we're looking for depth, we want our mind to be sparked, we want things to be intellectual and to make sense for our intentions. We might be a little bit sharp, a little bit analytical in our processing during this time. But, well, thanks for listening to me while you're driving. Drive safely. Um, but at the same time, you know, it's just simply to just push those subconscious things forward. It's like forcing you to face your thoughts and see what's working for you, basically. Um, and then we have our Scorpio new moon. So here again with this emotional cleansing and redemption, um, surrendering for the cause of growth to the death, basically, of things that are no longer serving us. Everyone wants to be afraid of death. In reality, all death is in transformation. All death is transformation, and things have to die so that we can so that we can be reborn, and so that things can um, new creations and new births can flow into our lives. So instead of fighting off the energy of death and detachment, sometimes we just need to surrender to that. And that's what all this Scorpio energy is about. That's also what this new moon in Scorpio is going to be highlighting. Um, so any situation, any people, any circumstances that you've been holding on to that simply are just dead weight, holding you down, this is about setting intentions to detach and progress on from that energy. Um, we have Venus in Libra right now in opposition um, with Mars. Mars is still in retrograde, by the way, you guys. That will be ending, I think, on the 13th, but don't quote me on that. It's either the 13th or the 17th. But with this energy, you know, don't make sure that you're not stirring up issues in your relationships just to stir up issues. Um, there's going to be a lot of energy of self doubt and emotional self sabotage coming through with this square. So you'll want to be ready for that so that you can effectively combat that energy. Um, Delays in decision making because of the Libran energy that's kind of still lingering around with Venus, and then this Mars Aries take action, but in retrograde. So it's kind of like, I don't quite know if I'm ready to move yet with that coming around. Also, just a certain level of refinement and balance in your communications is going to be showing itself with this energy being present. So, there again, we have Scorpio all around. Sun in Scorpio, Mercury in Scorpio, Scorpio new moon is coming. Scorpio, 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 transformation, 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 truth, 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 investigation, investigation, emotional redemption. Okay. Um, so that's pretty much where we're at. Everything else is still the same. You know, Capricorn, Jupiter and Saturn are still in Capricorn. Mars is still in Aries. Uranus is still in Taurus. I'm not going to talk about those things. You can go back, watch my previous videos that touch on that. Okay. Hello to everyone that's just joining the live. Thank you all for joining. By the way, you guys, since the new moon is coming, you know you can book your new moon readings on my website. I said I was going to bring the price back down to $11.11, but I'm not. Reason being is because I changed the structure of my readings, and I would like to keep it that way. And I can't justify the way that I changed it in the price that I had it before. Now I'm giving you your transit that align with, you know, what your natal moon and the transiting moon, how they align and what that means for you. And then I'm also pulling out the tarot guidance and touching on any concerns that you may have coming up. So that's a lot of depth. So I think it's worth the price. So you can book that on my website. It's only $22. And yeah, you can book those whenever you're ready. Also, the gloss that I'm wearing tonight is Sandalwood by 11 Moons. You can get your Moon Glow Gloss by 11 Moons bundles. They're $25 for the bundle. Or you can pay $8 per gloss. This one is Sandalwood. It goes into the nudes bundle. Okay? So there is pretty much that. Now, let's talk about 11:11. So with this 11:11 portal, with all this Scorpio surrounding energies, it's very intense and heavy, you know. A lot of times 11:11 will be really light and really enlightening, and I'm not going to say it's not, it is. But at the same time, it's a lot of let me push you into the darkness to bring certain things up into the light with this particular 11:11 energy and all this Scorpio surrounding. So it really is about transformation and mastering the integration of the opposing sides within yourself. You know, the divine masculine, the divine feminine, the higher and the lower. You know, the ugly and the beautiful, the good and the evil, all of the things, merging those things to work to your best interest and to your best favor. And mastering the lessons that come our way instead of allowing them to master us and repeating. This energy also brings a certain level of spiritual abundance that leads to material abundance when you're effectively doing the work and tapping into it. So I would advise you to be doing that. Open roads are obviously a thing that happens with 11:11 energy. That's the Make-A-Wish type of energy. So open roads are also a go during this time, and it's not just today. It's gonna last through the end of the month, so you have time. Also, divine support and guidance. Again, there's a lot of spiritual guidance coming down, a lot of spiritual downloads happening. A lot of people are just tapping into their higher self or tapping into the God within them or getting more in touch with God during this time, however they want to process that. And it all has to do with that energy of divine support and guidance coming down. And then we've been feeling it for probably about the past week. And like I said, it's going to continue through the end of the month, the 11:11 portal energy. So now I want to just talk about the numbers, the numerology of this. So 11 basically represents everything that I just said. So I'm not going to talk about that. Is basically aligns with the attributes that I just listed. But when you add 1 and 1, right, it's going to give you 2. So 2 is all about the force of the tree, You planted your seed, and now let me see what your plant is going to do before the tree really starts to form. So it's like, the judgment of things, the science of things, the wisdom of things, and learning the duality, you know, the the different polarizing dualities of things and how to partner those together. Also, intimacy is related to the number two, and Scorpio is a very intimate energy as well. So here again, we have those alignments. And then, okay, 11, 11, 4, right? So then here again, we have this energy of 4. I always talk to y'all about 4. Excuse my nails. I know they look raggedy. Don't judge my life, okay? Um, I always talk to y'all about the energy of 4 and how it represents the expansive nature of creation and establishing your foundation, establishing your security, your stability, your home life, and gaining favor and stability in that. And then, 1111, the 4, and then 2020, the 4. So then we have 8. Here we go with the rebirth, the definition, the structure, the abundance. Okay, so the numerology breakdown of that, or the numerological breakdown of that, is very effective in letting you know that I'm going to take you through the trenches and make you face some things, and then you're going to have to reestablish your balance and foundation in order to get to the rebirth. Okay, so it's just a matter of you falling in alignment with those energies. And like I mentioned at the beginning of the live, with all those Scorpio energies coming up in that, it just intensifies it that much more. Okay, so use these energies to your advantage through the end of the month. Plant your seeds of intention, of emotional redemption, of emotional clarity, of forward spiritual movement with this new moon in Scorpio energy. Oh, thank you. And yeah, that's all I have to say. Do you guys have questions? If y'all don't have any tarot questions, I'm going to go ahead and do the new moon in Scorpio reading. The questions here for tonight are: what residual pain is keeping us stagnant? How have we been sabotaging ourselves? What intentions can we set to transform those patterns? How can we dive deeper into our emotions to address the needs of our heart versus the needs of our flesh? What aspects of our lives are we being asked to transform during this time? And then additional guidance and messages from the moon. Okay, so that's going to be our collective reading for tonight. It's this new moon in Scorpio spread that I've created. That's the spread that we will go through if I do your personal new moon reading, along with going through your transits. Okay, so anybody have any tarot questions before I do the collective? Let me know in the comments. And how are y'all feeling with all this energy? Do you feel emotionally overwhelmed? Are you feeling drained? Like, what are y'all feeling like? Y'all, I have oil dripping all down my face from my hair, and y'all didn't even tell me. Y'all not real. Y'all are not real. Okay. So yeah, that's the Astro Teas. You guys, on Sunday I'm doing a tea time in tarot. You can get the tickets, they are $11. I'm doing a tea time in tarot, a special sensual seduction sexy tea time in tarot, where I'm going to be just answering sexual questions, relationship questions. We're going to be shooting the shit about sexual experiences, and I'm going to be using this fun new deck that I got.
A special guest from
my fiance says she gonna be a special guest, but I don't know. She be acting funny, like she be scared to be on camera sometimes. But she says she gonna be a special guest in the tea time. But I got these fun cards. They have some interesting imagery, but I'm gonna be using them in the tea time, and we're going to be talking about the things I might even wear, a little something sexy, and then we're going to be talking about the things I might even wear, a little something sexy, and then we're going to be talking about the things I might even wear, a little something sexy, and then we're going to be talking about the things I might even wear, a little something sexy, and then we're going to be talking about the things I might even wear, a little something sexy, and then we're going to be talking about the things I might even wear, a little something sexy, and then we're going to be talking about the things I might even wear, a little something sexy, and then we're going to be talking about the things I might even wear, a little something sexy, and then we're going to be talking about the things I might even wear, a little something sexy, and then we're going to be talking about the things I might even wear, a little something sexy, and then we're going to be talking about the things I might even wear, a little something sexy, and then we're going to be talking about the things I might even wear, a little something sexy, and then we're going to be talking about the things I might even wear, a little and invite everyone to wear a little something sexy. So that's gonna be on Sunday at 7:30. You can get tickets on my website. Just hit the link in my bio. It's the first link on my link tree. Takes you right to the event page where you can get your tickets. And yeah, that is what we're doing on Sunday. Okay, so join me. I'm also going to be talking about a little bit more deeper the new moon and Scorpio energies and how we can use those to our advantage, and discussing a little bit about how our astrological placements play into our sexuality. So we're going to be doing that um, for the grown and sexy. So hide your kids, put them to bed, bring your wine, bring your tea, bring Bay if you want to bring Bay, and join me. Join me, join me. Ducky said, "What's the damn deal, bro?"
What's happening? What's happening?
What's happening? What's happening? That's what she said. All right, you guys. So that is going to be on Sunday. And again, you can book your new moon readings. They are $22. You get your transit, you know, what the natal moon, your natal moon in comparison to the transiting moon, what that means for the coming month and what that means for you. And then we do the tarot, okay? So that is pretty much that on that. Oh, last thing. Um, the sale is ending on Sunday where you can get your full 8-ounce body butter and your lip gloss for free. Your Seductive Seer lip gloss. So, um, y'all better order that before Sunday, because after that, then you won't be getting the lip gloss with the body butter. You just get the body butter. And that's boring. So, there's that. Okay, enough on that. I don't see no questions in the chat. Y'all seem like y'all chilling. Some people say they have anxiety. Some people say um, they're feeling cool with the energy. Everybody cheers in to sensual seduction tea time. All right, we looking good in the chat, in the comments. Um, I'm gonna post this on YouTube later. So YouTube, if you're gonna be watching this on YouTube, all the things that I'm talking about, where I'm saying link is in my bio, it's gonna be down in the description box, okay? And it's labeled. It'll say body butter. Click here. Blah blah blah. Click here. All you gotta do is just read and click, okay? I am wondering how to sustain my energy right now, especially amidst work and career. Um, so are you just feeling drained overall? Or what do you mean by sustain your energy? Are you feeling overwhelmed by all of the hats that you're wearing? It makes sense that this Scorpio energy is draining you because it's forcing you to realize that even though you enjoy what you do and you really love what you do, at sometimes it can be unfulfilling because you don't feel like you're getting the validation sometimes or the opportunities that you really want and really need. And on top of that, just the emotional weight of everything is very draining for you, and you just want to be at a point where you're at peace and you're at satiety, and so it kind of turns you off to creating and even being in a space of creativity, and therein you put yourself in self-imposed limitations, and you kind of lock yourself up and trap yourself up, but it's only in your mind that you're trapped, and that's the important thing to remember. um, Once you're able to conquer your thoughts and get out of your mind and use your intellect and your creativity to your advantage, even when it feels draining, you know, redirecting that energy and not being afraid to start over and find new ways to create that flow, then you'll be able to sustain a little bit more energy. But you have to be willing to get out of your own way and get out of the habits and patterns as the devil suggests. That was for you, Miss Galen. Past few days have felt heavy, and Venus is in Pisces, so I'm feeling this Venus in Libra. Yes. Yes, I feel you. I feel you. This Venus in Libra can be harsh for you with your Venus in Pisces. Okay. Anybody else have any tarot questions before I do the collective? That was hot. I'm trying not to slurp on live, but I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I'm about to slurp because I need this tea. For one, because of my allergies, my throat is kind of dry and scratchy, and my voice sounds scratchy. And for two, your girl got cramps, so y'all just gonna have to. This gonna be an ASMR video. Y'all gonna have to hear me slurp. I'm sorry, cause I can't tip it up. It's hot. I feel like I'm on the verge of something big and light. Don't know what though. Should I follow through or toss it to the side? Oh, that felt right on out. I don't think it's the right time to make that decision yet. I think you need to give it more time. This lets you know that you're in the place of indecision, right? Like you feel like your hands are kind of tied on this situation, but there's something that you have to do. At some point, you're gonna have to step up and do it. But at the same time, there's a lot of things that need to be clarified. You need to take more time with it and be a little bit more isolated. Kind of simmer on it a little bit more and let it grow on you, because right now I feel like it's not the time where you're going to be able to receive the best growth from this situation. So you maybe could toss it to the side for now and then pick it back up later, but I just feel like overall it's not the right time to make that decision. If you have to make that decision right now, or at least within the coming, I would say, month, toss it to the side for now, but don't completely shut it down, if that makes sense. Okay. Anyone else have questions? You're welcome. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pull for the collective reading real quick. I kind of want to pull from my hoodoo deck on this. I'm going to do that. I know y'all love these cards. I love these cards too. But Spirit said to use this one. So I'm going to use this one. And we're going to get some oracles. And that's what we're going to do. Okay. I know I'm just shuffling, y'all. I guess I can talk to y'all a little bit while I shuffle. I'm really focused today. I don't know. There go that all that Scorpio energy, that obsessive one track mind. Once I get focused on something, type of energy. Okay. All right, y'all. So, what residual pain is keeping us stagnant? The Seven of Wands. We have refused to do our inner child healing. We have refused to face our emotional trauma, so much so that we don't know how to have empathy for ourselves, and we project that lack of empathy onto others. Not saying that we don't have empathy for others, but saying that at every turn we get, we prey on their lack of empathy or consideration or thought about us. And in reality, all that does is just turn a whole bunch of swords against you. You know what I'm saying? That just puts you into a corner and backs you into a spot where you feel like you can't get out, where you feel like you can't progress. And so we find ourselves emotionally stagnant because we refuse to face our emotional traumas, and they just keep resurfacing in situation after situation, in circumstance after circumstance, in job after job. Instead of facing, releasing, and purging so that we can create the space, allowing that energy to die, we continue to feed it and remain codependent and attached on it. Galen said, I hope you are doing well during this time. I look forward to your lives every week. You are so magical. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I am doing well. I'm kind of tired today, y'all. I'm not going to lie. It's been a long day. But I'm grateful for it. I love being booked and busy. Today has been a booked and busy day. So I'm a little tired, and then, cycle and things. So I'm drained and probably going to get off this live and pass out. But we in this thing. And I love coming out here and doing this for you guys. I love sharing knowledge of the planets on Mondays. Thank you. I'm thinking about doing fire sign, air sign, water sign, earth sign readings for the month, astrological guidance and readings for the month. But if I do that, it's going to be pre-recorded. I'm going to probably post it to YouTube and then post it to IGTV. I don't know. I kind of like doing live, though. So I always say I'm going to pre-record videos, and then I don't do it. I end up going live. So y'all probably see me live. I like the interaction of it. It fuels me to have the interaction. So I'm probably going to start doing that probably within the next month. And I was supposed to start my newsletter, but I thought about it and I was like, I'm going to be releasing this newsletter in the middle of the month, and these energies are going to kind of be passing. So I'm just going to release it next month. I've already written it up, so it's just a matter of me sending it out. So I'll probably send it out here in the next couple of weeks so that y'all can know what y'all are looking forward to. So if you're subscribed to my website, you'll be automatically receiving that. Okay, so again, let's revisit. What residual pain is keeping us stagnant? Residual emotional traumas that relate to us not being able to forgive certain situations and being stuck in the trauma, or residual situations that have made us feel like we were backed into a corner and we didn't have any other choice but to defend ourselves. But in defending ourselves, we hindered ourselves. So that residual pain from situations like that are what are keeping us stagnant. Does that make sense, y'all? Let me know in the comments. Have you been how have we been sabotaging ourselves? For that, we have the grandchildren. This basically represents the stars. So it's kind of in terms of how we've been sabotaging ourselves. Sometimes we refuse to see our own power, and sometimes we refuse to grow up. And that can leave us in a place where we feel like we don't have any legs, or we don't have any rights, we don't have any options, I guess is what I'm looking to say. And so, in thinking that we don't have any options, we limit ourselves, and in limiting ourselves, we sabotage ourselves. And so that's what this comes in and says. There's a little prayer in here I want to read to you guys. Hold on, let me find it. What number? 17. Oh. So it says, believing does not require proof. What can I do to regain hope? I need to find the best way to become inspired and give without seeking anything in return. What motivates me to get up in the morning and do it all again should be discipline, not motivation. Motivation will come and go. Perhaps it's time for the old and the young to get together within you and enjoy each other's company. Isn't that profound? Did that make sense to y'all? So, don't be so caught up being so serious in life all the time, and at the same time, don't be so childish that you miss certain opportunities for yourself. Recognize the star within you and let that light shine. And by doubting that space, by negating that space, by putting self-imposed limitations on yourself, that is the ways that you're sabotaging. What intentions can we set to transform these patterns? For that, we have the Page of Coins. So set intentions to believe in your ideals, to believe in your dreams, to believe in the fire and ambition within your heart, to manifest the reality that you desire. Excuse me. You may not have all the answers right now. You may not be able to see the mental picture right now, but you can envision it and you can feel it. And so therefore, you can make it happen and you can create. So the intention to set is be ambitious, be a visionary, be proactive in your steps. Okay? How can you dive deeper into your emotions to address the needs of your heart versus the needs of the flesh? The Tower, the big house. Allow things that are no longer serving you to freaking die. Because if you don't, baby, it's just going to burn down around you and leave your ass standing there in the middle of the debris looking like, what the hell happened? When you already know what happened. Spirit told you to move and you didn't move. Spirit told you to let go and you didn't let go. Spirit told you, hey, it's time to cut that out, and you did not cut that out. So now, here you are in this pile of rubble, facing a whole bunch of bullshit, wondering why there's bombs going off around you. You're not being obedient, not only to spirit, not only to your higher self, but you're not being obedient to you. You're rebelling against you. So then this is what you're going to be faced with. Look at that. Look at that turmoil. You know what I'm saying? So the question, how can we dive deeper into our emotions to address the needs of our heart versus the needs of the flesh? Detach from things that are no longer serving you. Know that sometimes you're going to have to go through some bullshit to get to the other side of the rebirth. Don't be afraid of the fire. Don't be afraid of the darkness, okay? That's how you can dive deeper. What aspect of your life are you being asked to transform during this time? The five of knives, or the five of swords. Stop being so defensive and so combative and so, I need to be on, I need to protect myself out here and I need to get you before you get me, that you again back yourself into a corner, create a certain space where you're constantly having arguments, constantly burning bridges, constantly in some drama, because you always have your damn swords up. Like, don't just be creating conflict to create conflict. That's what you're being asked to transform. And for some of us that have anger problems, we, you know, feed off of drama and we may create those type of conflicts. For some of us, like me, it's mental. Like, everything will be fine and then I'll start having thoughts in my head like, oh, I need to do this, I need to do that, this needs to transform, this needs to transform, and the next thing I know I have all this damn anxiety because I've created this situation and these needs, and I'm in future Shawnee and present Shawnee can't catch up. You know what I'm saying? Or for some of us, it's emotional in that I'm creating emotional issues within myself. I'm creating and nitpicking with my partner, and, I'm suddenly, all of a sudden, feeling depressed, because I feel like I need to have some type of emotional defense to deflect from what I'm being asked to transform. So, whatever that means for you, that's what this is coming in and saying. Um, there's a little prayer with this one too. Let me see. The Five of Knives. I love this hoodoo deck, you guys. The book is just amazing. Um, It says making amends and resolving conflict will provide vindication. Overcoming challenge, overcoming challenges, and indulging in vengeance will free you from the guilt, shame, and fury that will cause treachery and leave you exposed, always attempting to prepare for battle. At the end of the attacks, fighting back, confronting evil, and battling. Now it is time to find compromise. So hold on. Let me reprocess that because the way that she wrote it doesn't really make sense. The way that it sounded. So basically, it's telling you to make amends. Okay? Make amends for situations that you've been holding on to, that it no longer suits you to hold on to the conflict, that you've already kind of gone through the thick of things and gotten through the conflict. Don't just be harping on it to harp on it and having this sense of vengeance and resentment just to hold on to it. After you've done the battle, after you've confronted the thing, after you have suited up, booted up, and gone through the conflict, let it go. But don't just continue to go through the same cycles of conflict, is what it's saying. So that's the aspect of our life that is being asked to transform during this time. Our need to create conflict. We feed off of that shit. It's like food and water. I don't know why. And it's mental. Swords are mental, you guys. Every suit in the tarot represents an element. Every element represents a part of our lives. Okay? So, you have, in a typical tarot deck, this deck is a little bit different. So, in this deck, you have knives, which is going to be swords, which is air. You have baskets, which is going to be cups, which is water. You have sticks, which is going to be wands, which is spirit. And then coins, which is going to be earth, which is material. Right? So when we talk about the number 5 and going through the thick of things, and then we talk about knives being air, which is mental, again, we feed off of mental conflict. We are codependent on mental conflict, and we're being asked to transform that trait. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? Please let me know in the comments if y'all understand what I'm saying. So that is pretty much that on that with the direct tarot questions. In terms of additional messages, we have the child. Again, you want to be doing your inner child healing. That's going to fuel your stability. That's going to fuel your security. Also, know that new opportunities are coming. New things are being born. There's new energies that are coming through for you. So be confident in that and embrace them, even though they may feel unfamiliar or they may feel new, and new may not feel right to you, and that's okay. We have health. I always tell y'all we're being attacked on our crown chakra, and we're being attacked on our root chakra, okay? So if you're sitting around here stressing out, you're not eating right, you're allowing your mind to consume negativity 24/7, you're allowing negativity to come out of your mouth 24/7, you're not reading, you're not drinking water, you're not doing any physical activity, your mental and spiritual essence is going to be vulnerable. Therefore, your physical vessel is going to be vulnerable. So, focus on improving and transforming yourself to improve your mental health, and that will reflect in your physical health as well. And then we have the butterfly, and everyone knows what the butterfly represents. Transformation, transformation, transformation. I've talked to you guys about, all this Scorpio transformation, transformation, transformation energy. And here we have the butterfly reiterating that exact thing. Where's my little animal? I'll read this one to you guys before I get out of here. And then I'm going to get out of here. Butterfly. I'm wearing Sandalwood by 11 Moons lip gloss, you guys, for tonight. For everyone that's just joining. It's just a nice, deep nude brown. All right, the butterfly. Undergoing great change and transformation. The energy of the butterfly is with us during periods of transition. Since air is the element of the heart, this change usually involves relationships, or if you love your job, perhaps your career. Again, I told y'all, emotional redemption. Since transition is accompanied by some amount of discomfort, be extra patient and kind during this time, especially if the butterfly is you. Let solid friends and activities support you like a cocoon. Committing to one daily routine, a meal, a practice, a prayer, meditation, done at the same place and the same time will do wonders for lifting a butterfly spirit. When in balance, cheerful and graceful. When out of balance, fragile and frustrated. To bring to balance, hone in on your daily routine. So again, invite an attitude of discipline over motivation, and that's going to help you through this transformation. Okay, that is it, y'all. Thank you all so much for joining. Again, please go and book your new moon readings on my website. The link is in my bio. Also, don't forget to sign up for Sexy Tea Time and Tarot, which is on Sunday at 7:30. The tickets are $11. It is going to be via Zoom. We're going to be talking about sex, love, and relationships. And I'm going to be using these fun, sexy tarot cards. I'm also going to be talking about astrology and how astrological placements play out in sexual compatibility. So Oh, and we'll be discussing the new moon in Scorpio because Scorpio is a very sexual, intimate energy, and it just wouldn't be right to not include that with all this Scorpio going on. So, join me for that. Again, the link for everything is in my bio. You all can also, again, get your gloss bundles for $25. I'm doing a sale. You get a free clear gloss with your butters. It's going to be over on Sunday, so get it now. And that's it. I'm about to go to bed, you guys. Thank you all for joining, and I hope to see you all here with me on Monday and again on the following Wednesday. And I hope y'all have a good weekend and a wonderful night.